Unicycle News and Stuff, Episode 12. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, Unicycle News and Stuff. It's been a really long time. Unicycle News and Stuff, I guess, is not dead. Here we have the proof. I'm talking to you. And yeah, there's been a bunch of unicycle podcasts lately, and I was thinking, I kind of want to talk about unicycle stuff. And it's the lockdown where I am. It's still the pandemic around the world. And today, I want to talk about some unicycle memories, and I have a very special guest. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Eli Brill.
What's up, man?
Yeah. All right, so I'm sure most people already know who Eli Brill is, but Eli is an American writer from Pennsylvania, one of the best technical writers in the entire world for urban unicycling. He's known for his crazy tricks, amazing videos as well.
Dang.
He's the first one to land 1260 unispin, 1080 flip, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to talk about all his NBDs because we'll talk about that for 40 minutes. So what's up, bro? How are you?
Very generous intro, Emil. Dude, I'm chilling, It's all good here. Just working, and I've actually been riding a lot more recently because of skirt, but I'm sure we'll get to that in a little bit.
Skirt.
So yeah, all good.
Yeah, perfect, man. Well, I guess we'll just get right into it. I had made that video called Memories, the Unicycle Spirit, something like that. And it was just people talking about their favorite memories in the unicycling world. And I got good feedback for this. And I like to watch this once in a while because it's just, people reminiscing about something that make them feel good. And then it makes you feel good because they're projecting that feel good feeling, right? And I just want to do another...
Dude, that's good vibes.
Yeah, another round of memories. So, yeah. Do you have any special memory you want to share with us, Eli, that happened to you in the unicycling world?
Yeah, I have many. I have many unicycle memories. I actually just made a little video of some of the funnier ones the other day. That was mostly a joke, but I've been thinking about my unicycle memories a lot.
Yeah, did everybody get this? That was a joke?
It seems from the comments like a lot of people just took that like at face value, and I I felt kind of dumb after actually when I was looking back on it. It was meant to be kind of a joke, so I guess that was like an inside joke with myself.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's so serious. It's like it's so deadpan, right? And like I wasn't sure if you were joking. And then you put like horrible memories as a B memory, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Something's iffy here.
Yeah,
yeah, but you should put out some more of that content, bro. People enjoy it.
Yeah, so I'll do a real memory, dude. I have lots of those, lots of ideas for stuff like that. I've been waiting though, just for for there to be like a market for unicycle content that isn't just like a highlight video,
Yeah, that's fine.
That's off topic. Let's talk about this memory, dude. This is the first one that came to mind. It's actually kind of an interesting one. It's not one that I think about a lot, but it's from Unicon in Spain. And it was like the second to last day of the of Unicon, and it was me and Kevin Karchner and Chris Kovac trying to do 1260s. And it was just this like real gritty session in this like outdoor covered space between the gym and like the cafeteria.
Hold up. Are you talking about Unicon 2016 in Spain where Kevin Karchner and Chris Kovac were there? Because I must have missed out.
Did I say Spain?
No, that's 2012, bro.
Wait, did I?
That's in Italy.
Did I say 2016?
I think so.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was Italy. I'm ashamed. Dude, it was 2012. I meant to say 2012 in Italy. Dang. Yeah, it was. All the other stuff was what I said though. That was the only part I messed up. The year and the country.
I was like, wait, Kevin was there? Wait, Chris was there? I was like, hell no, they were both not
4
there.
years before. No, this was after both of those guys.
Anyway, we're in 2012.
Retired.
It's Brixton, Bressanone in Italy, Unicon. And you're trying unispins with Chris and Kevin.
Yeah, and the way the venue was set up, it was like there was the gym on one half, and then on the other half it was like with the hockey rink and stuff. And underneath there was like an area where you could ride. It was a pretty small space, but there were just people crammed in there because it was raining and because we were trying 12 spins.
Which had never been landed at that time.
Right. Yeah, and they were both getting super close, like both feet on. Every couple tries, one of them would fully stick it and just be in like a squat too deep where they couldn't really hop. And the energy was crazy, And I wasn't close at all. I just wanted to get in on the action, So like,
please, I want to include me in the group.
Yeah, that was me for sure. And I wanted people to like think that maybe I had a chance of landing the 1260, so I wasn't even committing or anything, but just the memory of that energy is super sick, I think.
And as they say, the rest is history. Eli Brill was the first one to land it somehow.
Yeah, then the next day I did it, but the memory in particular that I'm talking about, I was really not that close.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny.
It's crazy. Like, I feel like most people, well, anyone that's been to a unicycle event knows, like, when there's a circle and people are trying tricks, the hype. And there's always like, there's many different kind of circles, right? Sometimes it's going to be, okay, like there's a big circle, it's 15 people. Someone's trying to land their first crank flip. And then afterwards, someone's doing like a fifth secret side flip or something. But it doesn't matter, right? Because there's enough patience. And when people want to ride a bit more and they're not so patient, it always breaks down into smaller group. Or there's like, sometimes there's the elite group where you feel like, maybe I should not try my little trick here because everyone's trying to land an NBD right now.
Yeah, and it was like started out as a full flat circle, and then slowly as it went on, people were like just dropping out as it became more apparent that this would be like the session where somebody did a 12 spin. They would just be like, all right, I'm taking a seat. I'm not trying anything like that, until it was just the three of us left trying it, and it really felt like it was going to happen, which was like super exciting, obviously, and just so much fun. I'm just thinking of like the way flat circles work in general. It's a funny thing. They're like, sometimes it's super chill and sometimes it just ramps up until it gets really intense.
Definitely. Yeah, on a similar vibe, I remember at EUC Winter 2014, secret side spins were only existed for 2 years at that point. It's the beginning of 2014, so it's only a year and a half, really. And 720 has not been landed yet. And Adrien Delacroix and Chris Kovac are trying to land 7 secret side. And I'm just there filming, like they're both both of their feet on it. And same thing again, like everybody thinks they're going to land it, right? They're putting both feet and they're going back to back to back. Nope, nobody landed it. Pwomp, 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 nothing happened.
I know, it's still exciting though.
Yeah. It's like, you live for the hype, right?
For sure, dude. Yeah. And I'm trying to think of other flat circles like that, maybe that have a more satisfying ending. One of the ones I remember is, do you remember when Cyril did 900 backside? This was actually in Spain.
Ooh.
Do you remember that?
This was in Spain.
Yeah, that was like, oh, dude, such a crazy trick. Yeah, no, and I mean, that was like, the flat circle, it stopped being a flat circle and it started being everybody just watching because he was getting so close.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where he just needed to do like rapid fire attempts until he landed it.
Yeah,
that was sick.
With everybody watching, it's a lot of pressure, but it's also a lot of motivation, right? It's like everybody wants you to succeed.
For sure.
And everybody's like fucking,
yeah,
yo! Like when you're super close, like people are cheering on. So like you really want this to happen. So I feel like so many tricks have been first time landed in like circles like this because you get other people's motivation.
Other prime example of that, Jack Sebin, first seat whip, NAUCC 2013. Like that might be the quintessential example of that. Just this dude who's been grinding a trick for, at that point, I don't know, like a year or two, just finally lands it in front of that massive group of people that all were just there watching. So sick.
I remember very specifically. I was filming and I had the hardest time to keep the camera like stable and not just shake and be like, I was just like trying to like stay calm and just keep it inside and being able to scream afterwards because you don't want to ruin it for everybody. Was it like the second whip or like third whip? It was one of the first. It was definitely not the first.
Yeah, it was like no, like Adrian had done it by that point, but it was, I think, the third. He was like the third person to ever do it. Was that your camera angle, like at the end of Spencer's video where?
Yeah, I don't think it was my camera, but it was.
That was you filmed that clip.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then people put Jack up in the air, and then I filmed from above because I'm really tall.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a fun NAUCC because we all filmed like on different cameras, and Spencer Hogberg bought a external drive. We all put the clips on the one external hard drive, and Spencer made the edit from all of our clips.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, that video is sick too.
Yeah, I love the vibes from that one. Yeah,
that was a really good NAUCC for sure.
But we were talking about flat circles. It's funny because I feel like in North America, riders play a lot of back it up.
Yeah.
And then in Europe, people never play back it up. And it's always out the game, right?
Yeah.
And that was funny to me because I used to only go to North American conventions and competitions. And then I was like, first time I went to UC, I was like, you guys want to play back it up? And then people were just trying to do out the game. I was like, no, back it up. Like everybody can play. And it's fun because it doesn't matter if you're good or not. Everybody's going to be able to do a trick. And then it was like, I feel like it never really caught on, and it's still to this day is like North America is like back it up or out if you want, and Europe is just no, it's just out the game. What are you talking about,
bro? Sounds like an American convention thing, like just like trying to get everybody in on the action. That's funny. I didn't notice that.
I like back it up.
I like back it up too, man. But yeah, back it up's cool because you can kind of just jump in whenever, but. Out the game, back it up just goes on forever. You can't win back it up, that's
funny you're saying that. I remember at NAUCC we're playing back it up, and then I just go for like an outspin to foot jam to like leg wrap, and I somehow magically am on the perfect balance, and I pull out outspin foot jam triple leg around and land this thing in the back it up circle. Everyone's like, what the hell are you doing, dude, bro? And I think like people tried for a couple of times, but it was like, yeah, let's just skip this set and go to something else so we can move on and keep playing.
Yeah, that's if you do that during a game of back it up, that's like you ruined the game. Yeah,
definitely.
Nobody's stoked.
I felt bad, but at the same time, I was really happy, right? And someone filmed it as well.
Yeah,
I think it was Dan Colvin's brother that filmed it.
Yeah, I remember that happening. That was a cool. That was like at the beginning of NACC 2013, wasn't it? There was a flat circle in a gym. Yeah, it was before they.
Is that the first year? Dan Colvin showed up?
Yes, that was where we all saw Dan Colvin.
The uni hopper.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, legendary uni moment.
Back in the days, Dan Colvin was known only as the uni hopper, and he ran a blog, and we had no information about him. He didn't really use the forums. He was like this mysterious guy.
Yeah.
Who was like a beginner writer, and then next minute he was insane, and we were like, what the hell? We don't know what this guy looks like. There's no photos of him online. We saw his name on the registration list, and I remember Eli and I were so excited. We're like, oh my God, we're going to see who Dan Colvin is. We're going to meet Dan Colvin. We're going to meet the uni hopper. And we finally did.
He didn't disappoint either. Like in his videos, he just looked like a trick machine. Like this kid that would just go out and be like, oh, I'm doing this today. I'm doing this today. I'm doing this today. And his videos just had all these crazy tricks that you could tell he filmed like just like that. And then he showed up in person and he was, totally lived up to the hype. He's really good.
Right, because that's something when you've seen someone on video only, or you don't know if that rider is consistent, right?
Yeah.
Because some people like land crazy tricks because they'll try them 500 times. And then some other people land crazy tricks just because they're naturally insane and train a lot, and they're very consistent, and like that was Dan Colvin.
Dude,
It was like, hello, yes, I can do every single trick you've ever seen me do on video. I can do them again, and they're all pretty much consistent.
Yeah, that was
good luck in the flat competition, by the way.
Dude, that was a real eye-opening thing for me at Unicon in Italy in 2012. I'm the type of dude, by the way, who has to. It takes me 500 tries to film stuff. So, like, I showed up at Unicon in Italy, and all of my bangers just would take me forever to land, and then Chris was there, Chris Kovac, and I just remember being absolutely blown away by how consistent he was. Because like up to that point, I didn't realize it was possible to like be consistent at your best tricks. And I talked to him for a while about like the 9th flip, and he was like, I landed one, but I didn't want to film it until I could do another one, which was a completely foreign idea to me at the time. I was like, what? I will set my camera up and try this for 6 hours and scrape by with one and throw it online a second later, if that's what it takes to show people a banger,
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
He just has like had this completely different idea about what it was to land a trick, like for him, it didn't even count unless he did it more than once. Which is
right.
Yeah, just crazy.
I'm very sad I've never rode with Chris during his prime.
Oh, dude.
Like the first time I went to Europe was 2014, and he already kind of had stopped riding. But I was fortunate enough that I visited Hungary quite a few times, and somehow Aiden and Mark were like, come on, Emil's here all the way from Canada, you have to show up. So at least I met Chris and rode a couple of times with him, and actually partied quite a bunch of time with Chris. And yeah, I wanted to buy his broken titanium seat post from him, and then he had a Cox One titanium frame, so I bought the frame instead, and he gave me the seat post.
Nice.
And now it's on
Wait, so do you still own that?
So the frame was cracked.
Okay.
And the seat post was in 2 pieces. So my plan was to have it fixed by Jacob Flansberry.
Okay, yeah.
From Flansberryum Unicycle.
Shout out Jacob.
Which is exactly what happened. I was like, this is a piece of history, right? The Cox One titanium frames, I believe, were only produced in 5. They only produced 5 units.
Yeah, I don't.
And probably the same thing with the seat post.
Yeah, that's super rare.
I had to buy a new tube for the seat post because it was too short for me. But it's 27.2 is like pretty standard, so I ordered that online, shipped it to Jacob's place. Jacob welded the seat post and fixed the frame as well, because titanium you can re-weld and it's not gonna be weaker.
Yeah.
And at some point I needed money, so I sold it to Steven from Australia.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's in his little Yun museum there.
Yeah, exactly. He has his new museum, so I was like, that's the perfect place because it's just collecting dust over here, right?
Dude.
But the seat post I still use to this day.
Wow, it's a pretty satisfying story.
Titanium Triton frame, first gen Triton sponge.
Nice.
And my titanium Impact first gen titanium hub.
I'm pretty jealous. That's quite the collection of rare unicycle parts, man.
I love my unicycle.
I feel like I haven't had that in kind of a while. The last time I felt like I loved my unicycle was when I just built that white Cox One Yun, but it's toast.
Ooh, that was sick.
It's done. I ruined it. The wheels exploded. Yeah, so
yeah, you have a collection of like 10 20-inch unicycles in your garage.
Yeah, that was when I moved out of my parents' house. When I bought my house, they made me take all of my pile of old parts with me, and I just spent a day or two digging through all of them and building as many full unicycles as I could. And I think when I was done, they were like 9, which was really nice. Now they're just hanging up in there. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that for sure.
How many carbon seats?
There was one functional one, and then 2 that are like, kind of iffy. Kyle fixed one of them for me, so now there's 2 that work, and there's 1 more that I think I'm gonna ship over there. They're in pretty rough shape.
Wait, I just remembered this. Didn't I lend you one of my carbon fiber seats at some point?
Yes, dude. It was at EUC Winter 2017.
Yes.
I snapped.
Yeah, whenever you were there with Cal.
Yeah, dude. I snapped one in half Like, it happened literally 15 minutes before the flat comp. And then you lent me yours. Then I tried to hold
And I was
on.
like, don't
I tried to
break
hold
it,
on to it for longer
please.
than you wanted
Yeah,
me
I was
to.
just like, just don't do street. I don't care. Like, flatland is going to be fine, but don't do street. Please.
Yeah, I ended up judging the street comp instead of competing just because, well, I didn't really want to ride in the street comp anyway.
Yeah, but you really needed a base because you were going to Amsterdam with Kyle Alviani, right? And you were going to film some clips for a Renowned series, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Kyle had picked out some spots there for, there were some rails that he wanted to hit for the Renowned series video. Wow, that trip was dope too. I forgot about that. Just the whole adventure afterward. Kyle hit the double rail to 180 out.
Yeah.
Oof,
It's
that was
in
fun.
Renowned series episode 8, aka Savage, if ever you want to check that out.
Yes, dope video.
But speaking of filming tricks, and bro, what the hell? How did you manage to land rolling wrap to Adri whip?
It all started on skirt.
Skirt, skirt.
I went on skirt with I really wanted to win the first game of skirt, and I went on and I had I saw the list of tricks. I was like, all right, obviously no one is doing that one, so I just have to try to get all the other ones first. And I went to work one day after having only done like 2 or 3 of the tricks, and Mike had done all of them. Mike Backlida, he had done all of them except the one with the whip. And I was like, oh, I lost. I immediately lost the game. I didn't get the sets up in time. And then I went in the comments because he posted a video in there that said, it said all expert skirt tricks except Adrian's set. And I went in there and he was doing Bane quotes from like The Dark Knight Rises. He had a quote in there about darkness, and I read it and I was like, dude, this guy he's flexing, and he did not land all the sets. And so I went out, I was like, I'm going to give this an honest try. I've done the Adri whip once, like I should be able to do it again. And I threw it a couple times and it felt like way easier than I remembered. I think because I was doing it static. And yeah, I threw it for like 15 minutes. Felt really nice. Slapped some pads on, and I got it actually second commit, and it felt really, really nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
15 minutes of just trying the whip out and then second try. Wow.
Yeah, dude. And then
That's insane.
I was stoked for sure. I mean, you could tell from the video. I had to go over and talk a little smack to the camera.
Yeah. What do you say? Like, your teacher has arrived. Please sit down. Something
Yeah.
like this.
I'm leaning into my teacher persona now that I'm an old man.
Eli Brill's also a teacher, second grade teacher.
Yeah, I teach second graders.
Yeah. So Teacher Brill told little boy Backlida to sit down.
I got to get my digs in where I can, you know. And then the rest of the night,
Yeah.
after I landed that, I was like, I cannot waste this. I have to land the rest of the sets now and just end the game tonight because I know Adrian can do all those tricks too. So I abused myself trying sedge sides, which I realize is a trick I haven't done in like 9 years or something. That was the hardest set of the game for me by a long shot. I slammed like 50 times. So much fun being back on the Uni, I tell you what.
Yeah, man. I feel like skirt is like, yay, unicycling's alive again. Remember, like in March, the first lockdown for the pandemic, everybody was writing,
Yes.
posting clip, and now skirt, everyone's like, oh yeah, there's the game. Everybody's posting stuff. It's all in one place. Everybody can see it.
Yeah, dude, it's
so nice,
skirt is a game changer.
and it's only gonna get better.
It's just skirt is dude, it feels like such a love letter to the unicycle community to me. Like we all have fond memories of the forums. You know, they're pretty dead, but it takes that. Everything we liked about the forums is there, or will be in some capacity, and then it's got all just the like Instagram feed kind of thing that we all love from the Facebook era of urban unicycling, and it kind of just smashes them together in the perfect way. I think I really love skirt.
I do too, and I feel like a lot of at first when it came out, there was like some bugs, obviously, or like features missing. And,
Sure.
people constantly like tell Colby like, oh, this is not working or whatever. I wrote down a list of 20 things that I was like, okay, this needs to be fixed. And I was like, okay, Colby has enough on his plate as it is. I will leave in some work for at least a week or two, because for sure other people, everyone's probably telling him like, this is not working, this is not working, this is not working.
Yeah.
And I already
felt
like
the same way, dude.
told Colby like so much stuff about Skirt before he even started. I was like, okay, I'll lay off his back. And literally every single thing that was on my list has already been fixed.
Dude, Colby is such a hero for what he's doing. I'm telling you, and you can just tell he's like working on it round the clock right now, which is, if every unicyclist was as dedicated to making the community better as Colby is, unicycling would be in the X Games right now.
But do we want that?
No, I do.
Okay. I feel like that's such a wild dream. Like people that say unicycling at the Olympics, that will never happen. X Games, maybe, like as a special occasion, I guess.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm speaking in hyperbole, but if unicycling was a little more mainstream, I don't think it would hurt.
Yeah, definitely. If it was at the X Games, that would be insane. That would be cool. That would be really, really cool, right?
Yeah, that would be sick. I mean,
but I feel like it will never happen. I'm super pessimistic about it. It's like if it happens, it's like we get really lucky. Like there was some connection somewhere. People had connection.
Yeah,
something.
dude. I mean, it's not. Yeah, the X Games is about dudes like flying through the air and going really fast and stuff. Things that unicycles aren't necessarily known for.
It's like either going fast or maybe dying.
I think maybe like the most appealing aspect of unicycling from that angle would be, I think like trials or high jump.
Yeah,
dude.
I feel like trials
the most
would be the
viable,
the best one.
Which is dope because I'm a flat rider.
Well,
dude, that's a good chat. It's fun to talk about unicycling too.
I love that. I feel like there's an infinite amount of stuff we could talk about because we're all unicycle nerds, and we could go in depth about whatever. Just like with Phil with his Unicast, the weird parts. I'm like, bro, you could have talked about just the moment cranks for 20 minutes and that would have been fine. I don't care. Dude, it's just so fun.
Yeah, that video was amazing.
It's like, why not have more unicycle content?
I love stuff like that.
Right?
I fully agree. The more unicycle content, the better. If you look at other sports, even just like video games and stuff, there's people making content about content that people made, Somebody respond to this. Throw up a podcast. Respond to everything I said.
That would be hilarious. Anyway, that's going to be it for unicycle news and stuff. I'm glad to be back, but that's about it. Thanks for being with us, Eli Brill.
For sure, man. Thanks for having me.
And as a word to end, I would just say check out skirt.io. Skirt.